Hi, my name is Lip Uy. I'm the head coach for MSD Golf Academy here based at Seletar Country Club. I'm also the commentator for Golf Focus show at ESPN Star Sports. I'm also the head coach for Singapore Sports School this year. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the R11S, which is the latest launch model for TaylorMade clubs equipment, and we're going to compare that with the difference between the R11 and the R11S. Well, the main difference between the R11S compared to the R11, okay, there's three main factors. Under the 3D dimension of fittings, it's very tunable. It's enhanced in terms of the adjustability of it. Now, if you look at this too, firstly, let's look at the shape of it. This is 460 with the R11S, which is slightly bigger cc compared to the old one, which is about 440 cc. So, give you more confidence in terms of hitting the ball more consistently. It's bigger, but it's actually faster because aerodynamically, you can see the design is actually thinner throughout the back. Now, other than the shape, the three factors that's enhanced, first thing, the FCT, the flight control technology, which is the hosel here. The old R11, the R11 actually has only up to 1 degree in terms of changing the physical loft of the club face. Now, the R11S goes up to 1.5 degree, which means if I have a club that's 10.5, I can go as far as 12 degrees in terms of the physical loft, and I can bring it down to 9 degrees in terms of physical loft. So that's under the FCT. The second, adjustability, which is fantastic. If you look at the sole plate here, the R11 has 3 adjustable areas: the neutral, open, and close. As for the R11S, it has 5 adjustable positions. It's got additional plus close and plus open. So it could open a lot more and close a lot more, which is plus and minus up to 3 degrees without changing the loft of the club face. The third part, if you don't have enough adjustability, let's look into the weight itself. Look at this part here, movable weight technology. Now, an R11 is situated slightly towards the center part of the club head, which is here, but now they've moved it to the edge of the hosel and the heel, which is right at the edge here. When you move up to the edge, you're effectively changing the center of gravity down towards the heel and the toe a lot more, and that gives you a lot more adjustability. So if you compare the adjustability from R11 to R11S, wow, I could not believe I could get a lot more out of that. So while you have a good adjustability, which means you're going to hit a lot more consistent, you get a better spin rate, optimize it, get an optimum launch, and when you get that, wow, you're going to get a lot of distance. So let's check it out. Okay, first thing, when you select a club, this is how you do the adjustability. Now, if you have a launch that's really high, you know the ball's going way too high, too much spin rate, select something that's lower loft. This is 10.5, you've got an option of 9 degrees as well. So pick the 9 degrees. If I'm hitting really low, I want a little bit more launch, I pick with the 10.5 to start with. Okay, now on my hands, I had 10.5. So I would like to lower down my spin rate. I tend to hit a little high with this. So what I do is, I start with the FCT, flight control technology. Open up, change it. Now I'm going to show you what it is all about. Okay, up to plus 1.5 degrees in loft, which is higher, and of course the other ends on the spectrum will be 1.5 minus in terms of loft. So I would like to hit it really low, which is 9 degrees, perfect for me. So I put that 1.5 right through that angle in terms of that arrow. So it tells me it's lower now. The old R11, it can go up to only 1 degrees. So now I'm effectively changing the physical loft of the club face to 9 degrees, so that's lower. So make sure you click it twice when you do it and lock it up. Okay, once I start to get the launch correct, next thing, I like to work the ball a little bit. I like the way to see the club face where it's a little open, a little shut, and set up. I normally hook the ball a little bit, so I like to open up my club face to square it up and hit it straight. I like to hit it straight. Currently it's at neutral, so I'm drawing it pretty strong. So what I do is adjustable sole plate. Now you have 5 angles here to choose from. So from neutral, I would like to open it a little bit more. So of course, if you are a slice person, you hit a lot of slice guy, slice shorts, I would like to close it. So I like to open up just a notch. Of course, this is not enough. I get one more option now, which is perfect, plus open. Okay, again, lock it in twice. Okay, so now I'm in open position. So I tend to hit it straighter with these settings. Okay, so now my launch is going to be lower. Okay, I get better spin rate. It's going to go straighter, and it looks a little open as setup, which is perfectly what I wanted. Now, if I'm not getting the ball flight that I want, it probably just still going to the left. So what I do is I can change the third options, which is the movable weight technology, which are the weights around here, these two ends. Okay, right now the factory setting comes at 10 grams on the heel and 1 gram on the toe. So that sets the CG more towards the heel, which is the heavier part. So what I'll do, as I tend to hook the ball quite a bit, I like to set it, I like to switch it around. $10 grams and 1 gram. So I like to see the 1 gram towards the heel and 10 grams towards the toe. So when I get that setting, my ball is going to change, ball flight is going to change entirely. No more hooks for me. Perfect. Of course, vice versa. If you tend to slice a lot, keep it at 10 grams to the heel. And you can change a little bit on the adjustable sole plate for the ball flight that you want. So this is a little bit more drastic for a strong draw or hook player like me. Now perfect. I got my 1 gram, got my 10 gram, which means I'm moving the center of gravity more towards the toe. It's going to open up at impact. It's going to prevent me from hooking my shots here. Okay. Now this is how you adjust it. So remember, always start with the launch, which is the loft, by adjusting your SCT. Then go into your adjustable slow plate to give you the ball flight that you want or the club face that you want to look at. And thirdly, if you want some more adjustability, you change the weights. Okay? Of course, there's in between. You can also change the weights 10.6 or 10.4 and 10.5. A little heavier in terms of the swing weight, but you're going to get different adjustability in between instead of just fixing the 10 and 1. Awesome. All right, now I've got the perfect setting for me. Let's see it go. Let's see how far it's going to go. Let's see the launch that's going to be. Now, as for R11S, when you're getting it, it comes with various options of shafts. Comes in stiff, comes in regular, Japanese specs, and they come in US specs as well. So pick the right option. So what you can do is look for the local TaylorMade club fitter. If you can find them, get a fitting done, or look for your home pro staff to do the final adjustment in terms of your head for you. Okay, so enjoy bombing this R11S.